Once you're on here, leave a comment. Let us know that you're here. We can discuss mostly anything that you would like to discuss. If you want to see some gear, we can show you some gear. What's up? AK M4 micro rig. 2 AK or M4 mags per pocket. That's 4. 6x6 utility pocket. It's actually more like 6x7. It's about 3.5 inches deep. You can put 4 M4 mags in there perfectly. So if you're putting M4 mags in there, you can carry 8 on that rig right there. Zippered knife pouch. Let's take a look what's inside the zippered knife pouch. Fallout on one side, Vault Tech on the other, and that is what it looks like inside there. Pretty sweet. 2 different tool bag lights. These bags are free. These are the promo bags. If you qualify, you use code Fallout, get you 15% off. If your order is over $50, you get to choose one of the free bags, either Fallout or Vault Tech, embroidery on both sides. Amanda has the peptide cases and the Fallout colors if you would like those. I bet you could two-tone these. And these hold 6 5-milligram bottles, 5 or 3-milligram bottles, the little ones.
3 milligram.
The little ones for the peptides, alcohol wipes, loaded needles, testosterone, whatever you want to put in there. She's got these heart boxes for Valentine's Day, lots of different colors. Fill that up with gummy bears, Hershey Kisses, those shitty chalky hard candies. Will you be my Valentine? Rubbers, for all you bubblegum chewers. And 9mm. Texas, what's up? Hey John, how's the weather? It's frozen. I was just out there a few minutes ago. The snow, ice, it's now frozen to the point where you don't sink down in it. I was outside several times today. I was out probably a total of 3 hours today. And when you would walk, you'd crush the top and then fall about 2-3 inches. It was like it was just hollow underneath. And then same in the four-wheeler too. You really felt it on the four-wheeler, running around in four-wheel drive. Gate is frozen closed. We did not make any effort past testing it to open it. We'll get it open tomorrow. I sent some messages, hey, I assume nobody's working tomorrow. They're like, we were planning on working. So I think we're at least opening. We'll see for those that show up. Definitely not requiring anybody to. It only got down to 40 for me today. Really? We're at 17, I think, right now. Thunderhawk, what's up? When did you start 3D printing? Amanda's been 3D printing for over a year probably. We've got, I think there's 8 machines out there right now. Kiri, what's up? Hamster, what's going on? Bad Karma, what's up? Brandon McGuire, what's going on? There's another one up there. Aggie Phil. Silver.
12 degrees.
What?
12.
We're 12 degrees. It's got to be warm someplace. I've got a couple leaks in the building, like on the sides, which is weird. Normally, like in a really heavy rainstorm, we'll have that, but it's dripping on both sides of the building right now on the catwalks. Nothing big, just like put a Rubbermaid tote over. But I had some water dripping in my work bay by my computer there through one of the light fixtures. And when I got up there, it was coming because I had some building materials because we haven't ever finished the building, leaned up, and they were coming right on the edge and then following it down onto the floor. There was a huge puddle on the floor. So not a big deal. Took the whole family around the new trail in the Subaru. Had a blast. I didn't know you had a Subaru. I knew you were a fucking lesbian. Your video on the inverters and batteries was fucking good. That was great. I was waiting for you to put links to all that shit for your Amazon store on there. Do I have a bruise on my head? I think, I can't tell. Is there a bruise up there? It looks like it. I was lifting, just bumping it with my head on the underside of some of those chicken coops where the tarps were, and the ice, I guess, went up and smashed back down. I finally did get it all off of there. They're huge sheets of ice. ice caused any problems. Oh yeah, it's caused problems for fucking everybody, not for us. We were without power more than once for a total of probably like 3 hours, but we didn't know it. We were asleep. Like, I looked up at the clock. I woke up because the power came back on. Looked at my phone, figured out the difference, and we'd been out of power for 2 hours, and neither of us knew it. I only knew because the power came back on. Guess I'm working on taxes tomorrow because customers canceled. Bunch of fucking pussies, Glenn. Send them my video. Has the cold or ice caused you? Good evening. What's up? John calling from the northern tundra. How's everything's good here, man? Saw a pic of a tree that completely smashed a Kia. Yeah, there's a bit of that going on, man. Like, looking at our trees out there, our pine trees, if I'd never seen it, I'm like, oh man, that's bad. They're so heavy in ice. But in years past, we've had so much ice on those pine trees, they were completely bent over, and like, we were just waiting for them to snap. They never snapped. And as they defrosted, they stood back up. Like, they weren't even leaned over or bent or anything. But we've had almost all of those big pines almost touching, some of them even touching the ground. Like, we never thought they would stand back up. Ice is causing problems in Minnesota. It seems pretty heated, man. That they found that Signal app and shit. They're pretty organized. Trump got more fat women to get up and walk in one day than Obama did in 8 years.
How did he do that?
Then just I don't know, saying some mean shit. Just by, I mean, look at all the ices. Look at all the ice protesters. You know where all the protesting Starbucks workers are now. Jake, what's up? People forgot about winter shows up a few times a year. I am beautiful. My hair does smell like cinnamon. Any rigs work for... No, but I did see... I saw Grant... I don't know if they do or not. I saw Grantham put a video out on the M1 Grand. Who's making an M1 Grand right now that runs? I've had Universal and Ivor Johnson, and neither one of those ran well. Evan, I've got something weird. I put some VX6Rs on charger, and it shows they're charging, and in about 15-20 seconds it says no battery in them. So I'm guessing the batteries are so low that the charger's not recognizing them and pushing charge to them, I would guess. Which is weird because I have a VX6R and a 7R that are like 10 years old that still take charge. This was a set of 3 I got from Gigaparts, and none of these are charging. And I got these ones in like 2020. Old M1 carbine, wanted to run, need a chest rig, right on. You could totally put them in. I'll bet you can't put them in the subgun rig, but I'll bet you could put 4 or 5 mags in the AKM4. What's in my cup? Blood orange. Yeah, blood orange. No, this is guava. I guess there are companies making M1 specific 30-06. I'm not sure if it's higher or lower pressure. Well, what we're talking about is 30 carbine. Short little 30 carbine. Just ordered red black vehicle med bag. You're going to love it. And the bind on neck strap. Thanks for the order. You can buy a new AK versus an M1 carbine. You can buy a new AK versus an M1 carbine and get ammo as you move along. With the AK, is that what you're saying, Evan? Have an M1. Greetings from snow. Where are you? Oh, Rich, what's up, dude? I'll bet you guys have way more snow than we have. I saw the video several times today. I never did watch the video. Went out in your Jeep today. I don't know why. Because it's just squirrely as hell. Why this minivan does better. We saw some real cool Jeeps out last night. All the Jeep guys. Cradle charger or direct... cradle chargers. when I unplug the piece from the cradle charger, it doesn't fit in the plug. I think there's a plug on the radio, right? I have a lot of radios charging. I'm not sure. M1 Grand ammo is lower pressure than Sporting 30. Oh, fuck yeah, it is. It's nowhere near the same. The M1 Grand is 30-06, and some of them were rechambered to 308. The M1 Carbine is 9. Am I right in this? It's 9mm, right? The 30 caliber carbine. No, I'm off. I'm not right on that. But it's a completely different animal. There's nothing. They're not even the same diameter. Or yeah, I guess it is the same diameter, isn't it? Yeah, M1 carbine is pretty much 357. M1 carbine is 30 carbine, close to 3. Yeah, but it has nothing to do with 30-06. Fun fact: the branches of a white pine rely on the branches below them to support them from breaking off during heavy snow load. If one branch breaks, they all that's fucking interesting. What if it's not white pine? What if it's loblolly or like yellow pine? When we're doing Q&A with you and Scully, you want to pick your brain and getting ready to go to the... We do it every day. You're a member. We do it every week. Texas Forever. Every single week under post, there is a post made to ask your questions for the members only Q&A. And we do that every week. We did one last week. We did one the week before. Every week we do that. Those typically only go up to members. But you are a member, so you should be able to see those. Yeah, batteries are probably toast. Need to store the VX6R without the batteries. Interesting. Okay. Small difference in diameter and different grain weight. 30 carbine, 762 by 33. Kevin Timmer, what's up? So how many of you guys in here have M1 carbines? And who makes a good one? I mean, there was like Saw Sales. Ken Elmore had some. I think Ken had Jim. What was fucking Jim's name? Sog Sales. Jim Ramsey played for the San Diego Chargers. SF guy, group dude, old school. He was at the gun shows when we were all kids. Looked up to that dude, and then I was doing business with him when I first started business. He had some really cool M1 and M2 carbines, but like you're out of the box from Big Five Sporting Goods. Those M1 carbines never ran. Can you get a CNR Curio and Relic? I bet that you can. Those are the ones Jim had. Yes, mine is swimming. Oh, an M2 was in Manitoba. Because you can't have any of that shit up. Gotcha. For size comparison, Ruger chambered the Blackhawk, and yeah, what's that Ruger long barrel pistol thing they had that you shoot off a tripod? They had that in a 30 carbine too, I think. Saw a bunch of four-wheel drive trucks stuck today. Guess they didn't realize that four-wheel drive doesn't mean four. That's what Amanda's post was. She said that. M1 carbine advisor chopped them down, and advisors were using them in Vietnam. Oh, I didn't know that. You can quiet that M1 carbine real quiet. Push button, power button, drains batteries, draw a tiny bit of current constantly. I think they can mail an M1 to your house in regular mail. The MG range I worked at had AC Delco Browning M2s. That's cool. Was that Battlefield Las Vegas? Where is this fucking fly at? Do you hear this thing? It's enormous. Once upon a time, had a Singer sewing in 1911. Yeah, I bet. I wish you had that. Saw a video that looked like the ICE agent that took the SIG off the dude had an ND. Oh, there's a fucking billion fucking of those guys. You might be right. I don't know. Is it true also that dude had a SIG 320? Is it true that all the ICE agents are running 320s? A lot of speculation that that dude was a Fed and that's a false flag. Who is it? What's his name? Who's the dude? Like, is that information out there? AMT Auto Mag was a 30 carbine pistol. Shot one that came out. Huge fire. That's cool. No, but I did work for the owners of Battlefield for a while. Got it. Did you know? Did you know Billy? Billy Stojak. Machine Gun BB, yeah. Baby. When I didn't know what to think of her. Amanda and I would go to SHOT Show, and we'd be at Rifle Dynamics party, and she would always come up in her fur coat and put her arm around me, and she'd talk to me, and I'm like, who the fuck is that? Like, I had no idea who she was, but she'd sit there and have a full conversation like she knew me and Amanda like we were long lost friends. Did you have a mag pouch or rig that will hold the Ruger 1022? We do. The subgun micros will do it. ICE agent or the guy who got shot was the black flag. There's a lot of conspiracy theory that the guy who got shot is an ICE agent and it's not real. Have they released his name? Like, who is the dude? Why don't we know his name like we do maybe we do. Maybe it's all bullshit by now. But they also say that dude had a 320 and that all the ICE agents run 320s. Is that true? The Blackhawk I tried was generous in muzzle blast and recoil, way more than a 357 Peacemaker clone. Now, these are just things that I have heard over the last couple of days from shorts and stories and reels on Instagram and YouTube Shorts. I've not looked into any of this in depth. But the thing I do keep hearing is, how come we don't know anything about the dude that got shot? And maybe we do by now. But as soon as they killed that chick, knew right who she was. As soon as they pulled that chick out of the car, said she's going to her doctor's appointment, and she's like, I have a brain injury, knew everything about that bitch. The other person knew everything about all of them. But you haven't heard shit about this dude that they say, had a gun and the whole deal. Speaking of conspiracy theories, what about weather I believe there's absolutely weather manipulation. I mean, we were doing it back in Vietnam. They said we were doing it back in Vietnam. Look up weather modification machine, and you will see, just click Google Images. You'll see tons of military, massive machines. They do it in Dubai also. They make weather for rain and shit. Weather modification is an MOS in the military branches. It's an actual fucking unit. It's a designation where that's your entire job. He was a nurse. We released his name. Okay. They said his name and that he's a nurse. So got it. I had not heard any of that. But I agree 100%, can't trust it. Yeah, I like, why can any of these protesters get anywhere near where these ICE agents are executing warrants? They could just block it off. When they roll in heavy, roll in with 6 more vehicles, and your last 6 vehicles lock that fucking road off, and that's the end of it. Yeah, Operation Popeye in Vietnam. Sean Ryan did a video with a guy that cloud seeds and makes rain and snowstorms with silver iodide. Yeah, they had a plane that accidental discharged its load in Atlanta a year ago, probably 2 years ago now. They shut the entire airport down for 24 hours and evacuated everybody out of the entirety of the airport. Filet mignon, $69 a pound at the local butcher. He gifted me a nice check. That's fucking lovely. That's nice. Crossbones, what's up, dude? Today there was a state of emergency called. No one except emergency workers and plows on the road. But behold, the Waffle House going strong. Where are you at? What state? ICE uses 320, moving to 19. Interesting. Central Ohio. They're compromised. Apparently, there's a group of people who are in LEO and government that are stalking. Yeah, it's on the Signal chat. It got busted out. It looks like it's a pretty big deal, organized. Tim Walz, I guess, called in National Guard, and they're all wearing fucking toxic green, like lime green safety vests, and they're passing out coffee and donuts to protesters. Michigan, what's up? Another day of fuck around and find out. If we can shoot a wave to take folks out in Venezuela, we can manipulate weather. Of course we can. They're all doing it. Everybody fucking manipulates weather. Never in our favor. How do you have floods and stuff where you never have, and all of a sudden eminent domain, and they're never rebuilding any of that shit? You know what they are building? They're building fucking mines. Stacking silver? I hope that you are. I hope that you're already stacked well. Just don't believe a person like Tim Walz gets elected. No, they don't get elected. None of them fucking get elected. Indiana state of emergency, yet people are out driving to be driving. Yeah, I am. We go out to drive to be driving, and never have I had to fucking call for a rescue. I've never called law enforcement for anything. Even when we would, in a situation, need law enforcement. We have never called law enforcement. Just north of you. Got it. No, I'm just north of you. Big Man was out earlier. Only people I saw on the road were plow truck. Yeah, we passed a plow truck on the way to dinner last night. Department of Defense tweets of us having energy-directed weapons was not on my 26 being. Well, of course we have them. Imagine if they used it to turn the West green. The Mojave should be beautiful. You have a dozen pounds. Good for you, man. Good. I hope you get dozens more as you wish to. It's the people that need help that should be cited, and they're shit-toed tying up resources. I live in Montana. We get feet of snow and negative 30 every winter. Everyone is overreacting. We had some businesses collapse here. There's a big, it's an old steel building. I'm sure that it's wooden framed, called All Good Salvage. There's two of them. One of them collapsed today across from the Mexican restaurant. And then Beaver Dam, out at Beaver Dam, they have all the boats on the water, and all of those docks, they all collapsed on the boats and are sinking because of the weight. We don't stop people for driving during a snow emergency unless driving crazy. I think it's an emergency for someone to go make money. Thanks for being you. You're one of them. Thanks. I have a theory about the shooting that's based in reality. It will take a minute to type. Let's hear it. What do you got? You meant birdsong collapse. Yeah, what did I say? Did I not say birdsong? I said Beaver Dam, didn't I? Yeah, birdsong collapse. The birdsong marina. Sounds like there's going to be some extremely pissed insurance companies trying to make new policy changes. I'll bet there's no fucking insurance out there. I'll bet neither one of those places have insurance to rebuild that shit. Those are long existing old businesses. Boy, am I glad I bought. When did you buy all the silver? Beaver Dam. Yeah, I saw people saying we're not gonna be able to get wings at Beaver Dam because it sank. But I don't think the restaurant, is the restaurant on the water? I don't think it's on the water. I think it's next to the water, right? It's not on a barge or anything, is it? They said all that shit's all sinking.
It was just the marina where the boats were.
Yeah, just the marina where the boats were. Is Birdsong also, or just Beaver Dam?
All I saw was
Yeah, just Beaver Dam, not the restaurant. What do I think's going on with the gold and silver? Your dollar is fucking worthless. That's why all my supplies cost twice as much. All of my raw goods cost twice as much. The cost of filament is going up in price. And then in addition to that, tariffs and stuff, right? The dollar does not buy as much. It is worth less. Silver was $30 an ounce. I think it was always suppressed. It's probably not as suppressed as it was, and your dollar is worth less money. Seen a video earlier today. You made, what is the background? The metal wall with the movable shelves. Oh, that's Omni Wall. You might like Gallo Tech also, but check out Omni Wall. They make some gun stuff for holding mags and rifles and shit, but just think of it as gold-plated pegboard. They do black and yellow, they do red and black, they do blue. You can get all the colors you want, white and black Stormtrooper, and they've got all kinds of shelves and baskets and buckets. Amanda 3D printed a ton of shit in like Tiffany blue because they didn't have it. So she can put up a black wall, and then all of her baskets and shit that lock and cam in there, they're all Tiffany blue. Everyone loves silver at all-time highs. Sounds like I need to head out to the marina. We did a bunch of boat recoveries here in Helene at Lake Lure Chimney Rock area. Recovered almost 150 boats. Basically, even I got out of the Army in 2009, started buying silver with tip. Good. That's a fucking good place to put tip money. Warp 22 gold and silver is proving the dollar is damn near worthless. Protesters were ongoing issues. ICE had enough and pushed them back. The guy with the concealed carry tried to help the chick that got pepper sprayed and got wrapped up by officers who had enough. Got it. I have not watched a single video on that incident. I have only seen shorts of people talking about the incident. I have not watched, I've intentionally not watched any of it. Your worst emergency is like Tuesday here. 51st parallel Central Manitoba. Yeah, yeah. They saw the gun, yelled gun. A new or stressed officer is in a confused and scared state, saw a hand removed the gun. In a state of fear, he dumped the perp. Tunnel vision under. Oh yeah, highly possible, man. Small motor skills out the window, tunnel vision, finite movement gone. You say materials are up, but I swear I don't notice any price differences in your stuff, especially. Yeah, you don't. Yeah, you don't. That's why I'm always surprised when these little cunts talk about how expensive we are. Those are people who have never fucking bought in. It's just fucking mob talking points. And it's good that you don't notice prices being up, because we do adjust prices. We don't tell you about them. If I need to raise the price on something $20, we immediately raise it $5. And then a few weeks later, we raise it another $5. And then a few weeks after that, until we're at that 20. We don't just raise it. We creep them up gradually. All of Amanda's raw goods cost more, right? We bought a lot. We bought a shit ton of materials to make soap and oils and apothecary stuff with a couple of years ago. The prices on all that stuff, she has bergamot, frankincense, there's all kinds of crazy shit in the soaps and lotions and stuff she makes, right? It's very, very expensive. And when we looked at the pricing on it, it is doubled in price. And I'm like, you have to raise the price on this soap. And she's like, I hate having to raise the price. I'm like, you have to raise, you're losing money. You have to raise the prices on soap. Don't tell anybody, just raise the fucking prices. Just a little bit. Just creep them up several times over the next couple months. Just raise the prices. She's got all this soap sitting here from she has 2 full batches. That's like 160 bars of soap that don't look right. There'll be a bubble in it, or it didn't slice right. It just didn't set up right because of the temperatures. And I'm like, take that shit. She was talking about it before. She was going to put it in bags and crumble it up. I'm like, don't crumble it up. Just give them the ugly bar, and you can put it in a bag, or they can put it in a soap bag. They could even put it in a fucking clean sock. It'll work perfect. And just lather yourself up. Everybody asking about soap. She just put those ugly soap bars up, and you get them at a discount. You get them, I think you get $5 off on the bar, or if you buy 2, you get them for $30. You get 2 bars for $30. They just look, they have little defects in them. They're available on the website right now if you guys want Cock of the Woods soap. She's got those up there. It takes almost 2 days to make a run of soap. They're perfectly they're perfect. They just they have little blemishes in them. Soap party sale, buy 2, get a free sock. Silver just opened at 132 in China. I swear, just LA a month ago. Spent a week there. Didn't see ice or protest. I think I think you have to go to where it's at. I think you have to actively go pursue that. That's the same thing with, what's the boy when they're burning all the city and the boy shot that fucking dipshit through the bicep? What's that kid's name? It'll come to me in a second. That was only that whole area that was on fire, 2 city blocks. That whole fucking city wasn't. It's confined to that area. People bitching are used to buying the whacker shit on whatever the name is on Amazon that falls apart and think hand assembled US made would be same price. Yeah, I mean, we don't warranty our shit. Like there's nothing goes wrong with our shit. To really determine perceived value of products, raise the prices until sales. That's what I tell guys all the time. When dudes are like, I can't make enough of it, I'm like, raise the price. We raise our prices. We just don't tell you guys we raise our prices. When I see a company that's like, you better buy this up because we're raising our prices next month, all I see is a company that is hurting, doesn't have payroll or doesn't have money or needs an infusion of cash really quick. And they're scaring you to buy the shit out of fear that the price is going up. Why would they do that? Why not just raise your price right fucking now and make the extra money? Rittenhouse, that's it. Use the ugly soap smell better than the Pope. Hello from Lake Greenwood, South Carolina. What's up, gun dog? One good thing about Vegas, Metro don't. Yeah, Metro doesn't. Nashville doesn't either. We have friends that live 2 blocks from the shooting in Kenosha. They never heard the shots. Perfect example. Like from an aerial view, it was only happening right here. To legally determined. Oh, we did that one. All right, guys. We'll get out of here. We drove through Kenosha. Hey, what's up, Olivia? We drove through Kenosha where everything with Rittenhouse happened. It's an insanely small area. All the footage made it look like it was huge. It was barely a block when it all went down. Yep. Since you've been in business so long, have you ever had a dream team of employees in the past, if that makes sense? Sure, of course we did. I've also had people in the past where I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? And then you compare them to people in the future and you're like, I wish I had those people that I thought was fucked up in the past. We have a good team right now. Like we have a really good crew right now. And a lot of it's that I get so fucking busy that I'm just not paying attention. And when I slow down and actually pay attention, you do have people straggling that have performed better, so they have demonstrated the ability. On the other hand, you have to look at it, everything they do is something that we don't have to do. You have to maintain 20 fucking low performers to match the work of 3 high performers. And unfortunately, the high performers don't exist. So you have to just fucking, you can either not pay it, you can try to bring them up, but they don't come up. Nothing incentivizes them. Kenosha kid should be teaching classes. Actually was impressive. Yeah, absolutely he was. I'd like to see that motherfucker that tried to hit him with a skateboard that got his bicep shot off. I'd like to hear how's his life going right now. All right, guys, I'm out. Everybody have a good night. Stay warm. We will see you tomorrow.